Chicago, baby. Chicago, baby.
All right, what's all my fellow Sackers? Here to break down my tournament report for Midwest Edison Clash. I won the whole event. It's crazy to say that, like, you know, all the cards aligned for me. I want to go through my rounds, what I could have done differently. I already recorded this video, but I went through all my rounds like pretty in detail and ended up being over an hour, so I'm going to try to make that a little faster. I want to talk about the deck a little bit first. It's still the Sizzle41. I always want to make a change and try to like get another advantage in deck building because everyone knows my list, but I just keep coming back to this. Like the main deck, I don't think I could change a single card. I could talk about Lila. Like a lot of people like Lila. I don't like it. You could argue you could take out a hamster for Lila, but I can't think of a single matchup besides like Vayu, the Vayu mirror, where I think Lila is actually maybe better. Every other matchup, like GB's, Blackwing, Lila is definitely way worse. And against, like, people say like hamster's too slow against combo, but Lila is even worse into combo, so I just don't think Lila is worth a slot. Lila's only good because it makes Charge a better card, so if you want Charge to be a better card, I guess you can fit it in. It is cool to make Charge a little bit of a toolbox, but I just don't think it's worth it. Yeah, you just can't catch me thinking Lila's better than any of these cards in my deck. And then in the side deck, I'm playing the same side deck as I did at RBET Indy. The change from when I won Orlando would be they're 2 pulling the rugs for the second Crow and the second Dyna, but now that combo is less relevant, and pulling the rug actually deals with Forgs when they conversion side. So, and with Dupless Hero Frog and Mocking the Hero on the rise, I decided pulling the rug was worth it, so I put in 2 rug. You could argue second Dyna is still really good, and I do think second Dyna is pretty good still. However, I never want to see 2 Dyna, so I justified it by cutting a Dyna. But honestly, DD Crow is probably the most lackluster card. I think I sided this in one time the whole tournament, and it's probably my least sided card because I don't side it into many matchups. It's like the combo decks. And I don't even think Crow is that good into Gigavice. It's just like you don't really have anything better to side, so there might be like a change or two in my side deck going forward. Like I think Crow, maybe Greffer for Kaiku. I know people like that a lot, and I do see the appeal in that, but I still like Greffer a lot because when you side out Hamster, you need more engine. And maybe Vortex, but Vortex was kind of clutch for me this weekend, so I don't know. There's a few more kinks maybe the side could be worked on, but overall, I still really, really like the list. Oh, and then I could talk about Solemn Judgment in the main. So you have to win 80% of your matches, right? Like you have to go 6-2 at an event. That's 75%, 80% of your matches. And so a card has to be good 80% of the time, right? So when I built this deck, I really wanted it to be consistent. Like I really wanted to be able to play the game. Solemn, if you open Solemn against like Blackwing Vayu, like I get if I go first and against Blackwing, Solemn's actually pretty good, but it's not always the best card. I feel like it can be really good. Like it's like I know people say it's like a third bottomless almost against Blackwing, like a third summon negate, but you have to have gas, and the Blackwing's win condition is damage. Most of the time they're like down, you're up like a card or two and they just kill you. And then against Vayu, you can't really set this card early against like Raikos and stuff. And are you really gonna Solemn a Greffer? Like maybe. But then you have to have gas in order to kill them. So yeah, I'm still not convinced that this is main deck worthy. I know Samu really likes it, and like I still think this is a great card. It's why it's in my side deck. But if you're gonna ask me about like would I cut, basically would I cut these 2 cards for Solemn? Answer's no. And would I cut deck dev for Solemn? Answer's no. I'd rather open deck devs, and I want my opening hands to be consistent because then I can play the game. So yep, that's just my justification. Small rant on the Sizzle41. Oh, also real quick, I just want to say the event was so well ran. I was actually like really impressed because I know Nick, the guy who ended up hosting the tournament, has never really hosted a tournament before, so I was kind of like iffy on how well the tournament would be run. But other than the venue being a little hot on a summer day because there wasn't like that much AC, or there wasn't AC, it was just fans blowing on the ceiling, but it was really well ran. the production was insane, right? They had interviews, they had commentary throughout the whole thing. They had multiple cameras, multiple scene differences. A guy running around with like a really, really nice ass expensive camera, just getting shots of the players. So yeah, I just thought it was a really, really great tournament, and I would definitely go back. I would highly recommend everyone to check out the series. We can go over my matchups, and I just want to go over highlights. I don't want to go through the whole like every round play by play. So let's start. I have my notes over here. So round 1, played against Vayu Turbo. The only thing I really remember is he wasn't like the best player. And then in game 1, I have him dead to rights. Literally the only card he can draw is Burial in like 25 cards, and he draws Burial game 1. And I'm like, this is how my tournament's gonna go. But then I beat him game 2 and game 3. I remember I just capitalized on his misplays. So win round 1, but I definitely was feeling defeated already because I was like, I kind of like mentally checked out after like the 1 in 25 happened, like round 1, game 1. Like that was crazy. Round 2, okay, there we go. Round 2, play against a guy named Rob. He's playing Elemental Hero Dark Gaia Fusion. The only thing that I remember in this game was I win game 1, and then game 2, I open Hamster in like 5 traps, and he can't get over Hamster for like 4 turns because 1800 is really good. So that ends up stalling me out the game, and I ended up winning the game from that. But it was a really weird game state because we just both had so many cards. I felt like I could die at any point. Round 3, I'll play against Blackwing. I think it was Blackwing. It might have been Vayu, honestly. I don't really remember this match because it was a 2-0. And nothing really notable happened, but I'm pretty sure it was Blackwing because I think I saw this guy play in the day 2 64-man tournament. He was playing Blackwing. Yeah, nothing really happened. I feel like I'm pretty comfortable in this matchup. As long as Blackwings don't get like... If they don't open Whirlwind, or if they don't get like that one juicy turn with like MST heavy / Whirlwind, like turn 4, turn 5, I feel like it's pretty... in Vayu favored, and that didn't end up happening, and he didn't draw Dark Arm, so he didn't really see his power card, so I ended up winning. Round 4, play against Chicago homie Andrew Antoine. So I just want to say sorry, Andrew, because I sacked the living fuck out of him. He won the die roll. I don't remember what he did turn 1, but winning the die roll in the Vayu Hero Frog matchup is very, very important. So he won the die roll, and I opened 5 monsters in charge, and I'm like, I probably lose because you really need trap cards against that deck, or else you're just going to be on the back foot forever. So I played charge, and I milled double Vayu. And even then, I'm thinking like, holy shit, I'm sacking him. But with an all monster hand, and I'm already going second, it's obviously very good, but it's still not the best. So we end up getting into a simplified game state, and he's up a card, and I rip Burial with like. I do the same thing the guy did to me round 1, so sorry, Andrew. I know I sacked the living crap out of you game 1. He was definitely a little upset, and I'm surprised he wasn't more upset, honestly. Like, dude, that was... can't do that to the homie. But then we go to game 3, and yeah, I clutch it out. Round 5 against Spencer. So this one was on stream. I can go over it really quick. So I think I misplay. I need to know... I actually think I need some practice in the zombie matchup because I don't think this is a great matchup for Vayu. And I know a lot of zombie players that play zombies think the same thing. Like, zombies has a pretty decent matchup into Vayu. Like, Vayu really has to see deck dev or oppression. And, oh, this is the wrong one. So, against Spencer... He wins a die roll. I get 2-0, by the way. He wins a die roll, and my hand's all monsters. So I figure I have Caius and Arma, so I figure I can just kind of I'm already going second, and my hand's all monsters, so I don't feel like I can play a grind game with him. I figure I can kind of just make him have it. Like, I don't think I'm winning a grind game with no traps, and if that's Pyramid Turtle, like I can't play around Pyramid Turtle and Goblin Zombie, right? If I don't attack and it's Pyramid Turtle, or if I don't attack and it's Goblin Zombie, he can just go like, you know, normal plague or Caius me or something, and then I'm pretty cooked. And if it's Pyramid Turtle and I attack, well, then I'm cooked anyway. So it's like I can't really play around everything, so I just go for the Caius play and put him on a 2-turn clock. And he better have Gores in the first 6, which is 15%. He ends up having Gores, so he pretty much wins that game as soon as he drops Gores. So game 1 was pretty fast. Game 2, though, So I go first now and I T-set. So I don't know if this is the right play. I need someone to tell me. Because, so I have Raikou set, right? And I'm thinking Pyramid Turtle is so annoying to deal with as value because, like, I have to attack, right? Like, if I don't have Caius or Raikou, Pyramid Turtle is really annoying. Or Deck Dev, obviously. But right now I have Raikou. I only have Raikou. So I'm thinking, like, man, it's kind of like a 50-50 if I pop the back row. And that, because he T-set into me. So I'm thinking, like, man, it kind of is likely it is, what's it called? Goblin Zombie or Sangan. But I was just like, dude, I really just can't deal with Pyramid Turtle. So I end up popping the monster, which ends up being Sangan. I don't know if this is a misplay. I can't remember my hand, but obviously I don't have Caius or anything, or else it's obvious Raikou pop back row Caius. So I don't know, because the back row's trap stun, which I end up reading because I summoned Sirocco, I think. He searches DD Crow. Yeah, I summon Sirocco attack. It doesn't get Bomb Deep Prison, so I'm like, okay, that's MST Dust or Trap Stun. And I mean, I guess it could be Torrential, but I really wasn't thinking it's Torrential. So what ends up happening is he sets again, and I draw Solemn. I don't want to attack into a Pyramid Turtle, and I drew Solemn and Mirror Force, so I set both now because now I'm insulated from Heavy, and I'm insulated from Trap Stun in case he decides to make a play. And he does end up making a play, smashing ground Kaiku, flip Goblin Zombie, and attack. So I'm like, all right, it's just gotta be. There's no way you bring in Starlight against Value Turbo, so it's probably just Trap Stun. So I Mirror Force and then Solemn the Trap Stun to prevent Kaiku from connecting. And like, it doesn't even feel good because at the end he searches for Goblin Zombie, so not that great. And then he has Dark Armed and he has MST for Oppression, so it's pretty much lights out from here. We draw a pass for a little bit, and then he just ends up killing me. So I definitely want some help in this matchup because I don't know if the matchup is genuinely. I haven't grinded this matchup enough as value, to be honest. I don't know if the matchup is genuinely just bad, because like, I shouldn't use the word bad, but like unfavored, I guess, you know, because it does feel hard without Oppression or Deck Dev resolving. So that was round 5. Round 6, I play against a Christia Storm player. We go. He recharged me game 1, just dropped Shady on me turn 2. Game 2, he goes Consecrated set 2, and I'm like, bro, I open like, I don't open Hamster Raikou or Card Trooper, so I have to like, I end up setting Monster. I forget what I end up setting, but it becomes a grind game. He doesn't play Decree. Basically, like, I was like, dude, if he has Consecrated Decree, I might be cooked. He didn't have Consecrated Decree. We end up getting into a game state, dude, against Christian, so I end up going to a game state where we both have 5 back row, we both have like 5 cards in hand, and we're both just stalling out. But eventually, I do have like, I do draw my Hamster Raikous, and he has like Iron Wall, Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, like Wind Blasts and stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? And Concentrate. So eventually, like, he has to trade very unfavorably into my Hamster Raikous with like Wind Blasts and stuff. And eventually, like, I have to like normal summon Hamster to run over Concentrated Light, and I end up winning. And then game 3, I make a great push, but then he has Beckoning, fixes his graveyard, drops Christia, has Orb in hand, and I have like 4 cards in hand, but I don't have an out to Christia. So I draw for turn, and I have a Lure, and I'm like, well, I need to draw like a Raikou, Brain Control, and I play a Lure. First card I draw is Vortex, and I'm like, nice. So I Vortex him, make a push with Greffer, and I calculate life because he has Concentrated Orb or Concentrated Light in hand, and I'm like, he could attack with Concentrated Light to drop to 4 fairies, but I made sure to put him low enough that he couldn't crash into Greffer. So yeah, won that game because I had a Raikou in hand. So he knew I had Raikou in hand because I charged for it. So he's like, oh my god, if I even if I summon Orb, I die. So yeah, win that round. Round 7, play against another Chicago team killer, Jeremy. So I was actually pretty scared because Jeremy, you can ask any Value Turbo player in Chicago. Jeremy's just the Value Turbo Mirror god. He just always wins Value Turbo Mirrors. I'm pretty sure I have a negative win rate against Jeremy in like local setting. But I clutch it up. I think I win game 1, and then game 2 we go for a really long time. And he makes a big push and forgets about Necrogarna, but I just couldn't punish him because I had so many outs in my deck. I had like Brain, Caius, Chaos Sork, 4 or 5 value pieces in deck still, Burial, and I couldn't draw any of them. I drew like Bottomless, Deepers, and Deepers in like 4 turns in a row, so I couldn't punish him, unfortunately. But then game 3, I open game 3. I open Hamster, Dust Shoot, Deck Dev, Caius. So lights out. Okay, so then round 8. Well, I'm X1 now, so I'm pretty sure I'm guaranteed in. So I play against Michael. He's the quick draw fusion player. He's a Chicago guy, so I didn't know he was playing at the time, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm playing some spicy stuff." And he draws. He wins a die roll and goes first, and he's like, "Can I kill you?" And I'm like, "Huh? Are you playing combo or something?" But he just like has future fusion, quick draw, debris stuff, and eventually I'm like turtling, and at one point I make Goyo Guardian to take Stardust and set back rows. I think I just said D prison, and he has Drill Warrior coming back, and he gets debris, and he decides to attack the Stardust I took from him, and I D prison Drill Warrior, and he's just like, "Why did I do that?" I think he should have just kept stalling with Dandy, but then main phase 2, he summons debris because I have no cards in hand. He makes debris, so because my field's only Goyo Stardust. So he makes debris, goes into RDA, passes, and RDA has to activate to destroy the tokens. And I'm like, I'm going to use your Stardust to negate RDA. And he didn't account for that, so I end up stealing game 1. He wins game 2. I think he wins game 2 via Plasma. And then game 3... game 3, I misplay against him game 3, but end up winning anyway. So I don't know why I thought this. So basically the only card in his hand is Miracle Fusion. That's the only card he has in his hand. And my board is Armor Master, Stardust, D-Priz, Torrential. And I'm like, okay, I should win. And he draws return, Treeborn comes back, he summons Kai's, targets Stardust, and we're both really low. And I thought for like a good minute, and I was like, I have to let this go. And I don't know why I thought that, because he just what I should have done is TT chain Stardust. Like that's what I was thinking of the whole time. But for some reason I thought Absolute Zero could run over Armor Master, and then I'd have to D-prison the Absolute Zero. I don't know why I thought that. So yeah, basically I let it go through, and then I Torrential when he summons Absolute Zero. And then, so I still have D-Prison set, but then I just rip Armageddonite and just kill him. So, yeah, that's a blunder, but end up winning that anyway. Lucky me. And then in top 16, I have to play against him again. So I misplayed against him. So, because game 1, I know he plays... I was like trying to think of his deck and making his deck in my head, because I played Quick Draw, and I was like, how does he fit all this shit? He did tell me he plays triple Miracle Fusion. So it's just like, yeah, I don't know how you fit all this like in my head. Like there's Dogma, there's Plasma, there's King of the Swamps. It's like, you definitely can't play Raikou. So I'm thinking like, he doesn't play Lone Fire. I'm like, what can he possibly open? I'm like, I think his only opener is Stratos, really. Like that I care about. So I have Dust Shoot, so I set Dust Shoot and I don't shotgun it because I'm waiting for him to roto or e-call. And so as soon as he goes King of the Swamp, I failed to register that I have to Dust Shoot here because of Debris Dragon. I was so tunneled on holding it for Rota or E-Call. So then he ends up making Black Rose and I get punished. So I bombs the Black Rose because I didn't see return ever. And I put back Dandy because I'm like, am I really going to put back Dogma? That's such a brick. I put back Dandy because I'm thinking like I can just kill him next turn. Like I know he has Torrential, but he might think my set monster is Raikou, so he won't set Torrential. So I have a Greffer play in hand, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna put him on the clock. Like he has to rip Caius or he has to rip a hero, and he ends up ripping Stratos. So game becomes very weird, but I ended up clutching it out game 1. And I think that's the only misplay that I made throughout the game. Game 2. I'm on the back foot, but I have Chaos Zora, Gale in hand, and I'm waiting to use them to clap back, but eventually it goes Ancient Fairy with 2 tokens and makes Plasma, and that just kind of like +4s on me because my hand's just dead. And then game 3, I don't know if people saw, but game 3, I don't want to apologize to Michael because he's such a homie, but like we were really low on time game 3, and at the very end he has to make a weird play with like Quick Draw, burn himself for Kai's to play around Brain Control, and I did have Brain Control. So he plays around brain control and burns me for 1,000, and he legitimately could have just like, I don't want to use the word scumbag, but like he could have just like, you know, took more time than he needed, and he would have won on time. But he's too nice of a guy. Michael, if we ever like next time we eat at a Chicago month or something, I'm buying you a beer, bro. Yeah, he was very nice to me and let me take a turn, and I just like went Sonic and like played my whole hand. So I get very lucky here because if I didn't know Michael, I think my run's over, honestly. So I win that, and then top 8. So I should have lost this round as well. I play against Hero Frogs. Game 1, I play like 2 cards because he goes first, and I open 5 traps, and I just have to like I take like 2 swaps, and he just kills me. Game 2, I go first, and I win pretty fast. And then game 3, I should lose here as well. So game 3, I should lose because he forgets I have Necrogarna. He ends up going, he goes first and goes Stratos, Search Mally, set Windblast. In my hands, all monsters except Dust Shoot. So I summon Card Trooper, mill 3 attack. He Windblast my Card Trooper, and I set 1 pass, and I Dust Shoot him. I put back a Caius, and so he has Raigeki Break and No Man of Extermination in his hand. So he goes summon Mally, normal summon Doofrog, attack, tack, tack, set Raigeki Break, pass. So he's thinking he can just kill me next turn. In my hands, all monsters. I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna die. Like, I really want to summon Card Trooper, get value, right? Card Trooper, get Raigeki Break, draw 1, but I'm legit gonna die. Like, if he plays Miracle Fusion, summon Swapfrog, I'm dead. So I have to summon Armageddon Knight, dump Necrogarna, attack over Doofrog, and then he's calculating damage, and he's like, yeah, Raigeki Break, Armageddon Knight, activate Miracle Fusion, and he goes attack, tack, tack for game, and I have Necrogarna, and he totally forgot about Necrogarna. So because of that, I'm like, I still need a good top deck because my hand's not the greatest, and I top deck a Vayu, which is exactly what I needed because I had Grepher. I was like, dude, please give me like BrainCon, like a Vayu piece. I have like 8 Vayu pieces in deck. Like, give me anything. But yeah, so I rip Vayu, which the deck is so good when you're able to rip a freaking Garnet and you're hoping to draw a Garnet. So yeah, I win that game, and we were talking about it afterward. He's like, dude, if I just held Raigeki Break instead of Raigeki Breaking Armageddon, do I win? I'm like, yeah, you probably win. So I win that, very lucky. Top 4, I play against Josh Kipp. Never played Josh Kipp before. I've heard the name. And he was a very nice guy and a really, really good player. But I opened absolute OD, like, against Andrew, against Andrew, I sacked the shit out of him by drawing that Burial and milling double charge. But against Josh, dude, I just opened really well. Game 1, I think I go first. I can't remember if I win the die roll or not, actually. No, I'm pretty sure I win the die roll against him. And I eventually, like, my cards just line up because eventually I drop a Chaos Orc for +1, he bottomlesses it, and I have return. And I just, like, kill him, like, turn 3 or 4 with return. And then game 2, oh my god, I opened so nutty against him. Game 2, I opened Mind Control, Deck Devi, Dust Shoot, and Gale. So he goes charge, set 1, and I'm like, yeah. Minecon, flip Raikou, mill 3, summon Gale, make a Taster, don't attack into Gores, set 2, pass, Dust Shoot, and then I have Deck Devi, and it's kind of just like over from there. I don't really have gas to follow up, so the game lasts a little longer, but I'm like just up way too much. But he played it really well during the time after that because he didn't give me anything for free. So yeah, he played really well. I kind of want to play him again, not when I don't open like busted as hell, because I think that would be really good practice. And then in the finals, me and Marcus will hopefully make a video to go over our finals match, because there was like one small misplay from both of us, I think. And just want to explain our thought processes on the match, because I thought the match was pretty high quality. I know it wasn't like perfect, but it was also very fortunate that they said finals was untimed, so I definitely took my time to think in the finals. I definitely have moments where I want to say big think, and I'm legit thinking through everything. Also, just want to say something, because I was watching the stream and people were like saying that like I took like 2 minutes to set a monster. Like, Yeah, that can happen because I have many options and I need to decide which option is the best. I'm not just thinking 2 minutes to just literally set a monster. I'm literally thinking 2 minutes to do every play possible and then decide setting a monster is the best. Go figure. So yeah, it's a complete crazy run being able to play your friend Chicago in the finals, Chicago putting in the finals, because Hector was also in the finals, or sorry, in the semis. So Chicago took 3 of top 4, 4 of top 8. It's freaking wild. What else do I want to say? Yeah, I entered. I wasn't even going to enter this tournament. I had something to do on this tournament day, but ended up changing plans and going to the tournament. I just wanted to top to get Player of the Year over Marcus. That's like really the only thing I care about. I did not expect to end up winning, and obviously I got very lucky because I should have lost 2 of the matches in top 16. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. I don't want to yap too long. Just want to get you guys through my thought processes, what ended up happening. Very thankful that, dude, I can't believe this is the 4th one. Like every time I enter a tournament, I'm just thinking don't misplay and we'll see what happens. But I never enter a tournament thinking I'm gonna win. So it's just always like, holy moly, what is going on? So yeah, thanks guys. Peace.